While this is not Rabbi Ross's final service on our bima, that will be coming in a week, it's the service that we have set aside to thank and honor him for these past 5 years of dedication to our community and our congregation. Dan, when you first came to Central, you and everyone we asked was very open about the fact that you did not envision yourself as ever being a congregational rabbi. We are beyond thankful that you put those feelings aside and gave it a bit of a chance and chose to serve Central for these past years. We are so lucky for that. And in your installation remarks, you spoke of the vital role of chesed in this work. And you defined chesed, according to your teacher, as loving things you do for another person because of a covenantal relationship that you're in. And you spoke of the ways that you looked forward to that covenantal relationship building with all of us. Standing here in this same space 5 years later, we can think of all of the chesed, all of the loving acts that have filled this time. We saw it in the ways you supported us in times of grief and mourning, in times of challenge and illness, in times of uncertainty and anxiety. We saw it in the way you reached out to us during the pandemic and in the aftermath of October 7th. We saw it in the way that you reached out to unaffiliated 20s and 30s, people in New York who were looking for a Jewish home, that you provided them. We saw it in the way you lifted up B'nai Mitzvah students, the way you wrapped wedding couples up in talitot, the way you blessed newborns on this bima. We saw it in the way you taught our youngest students in the nursery school about a lulav and an etrog, and in the strength you gave to 11th and 12th graders as they contemplated their next steps in leaving the safety of their home. We saw it in the warmth you brought to everything you did, but in particular to classes you taught to adults. And we saw it in the way you lifted up your colleagues and everyone on staff and empowered them, and they delighted working with you. In early conversations with our team, when asked what you wanted for your rabbinate, you shared that at some point down the road, you imagined yourself at Hebrew Union College. We wish down the road was still on the horizon rather than before us in this moment. But we are full-hearted. We're full-hearted to know that your journey will continue along the path you foresaw for yourself. We are full-hearted knowing you will continue to serve the Jewish people with every gift you carry. And we're full-hearted knowing that HUC is not very far away from Central Synagogue and that our acts of chesed can continue. Know that as you walk into your new position there, you have a squad of supporters here wishing you blessing and growth and joy and fulfillment. We share with you 2 small thank yous that we hope will help you remember us and this time. First, a Kiddush cup that we hope you will use on Shabbatot and think of this time in this congregation when it is full of song and melody and voice. And because we also can't help ourselves, something a little less serious, but a mezuzah, which is not less serious, but a special mezuzah made by an artist in Israel, perhaps for your new office, with your favorite on it.
It's Harry Potter.
It's Pez Harry Potter. Holy items, but things to remember us at home and at work, and a way for us to thank you in a small way for everything you've given to us.
Where's Rabbi Lorch? There he is. Thank you, Rabbi Lorch. 5 years ago, I stood on this bima to be installed as a rabbi of this congregation. And on that evening, I was so blessed to be able to do the baby naming of the daughter of one of my college friends, and she's here tonight. Where's Blair? There she is. Hi. You are so big now. Oh my God. But I have not forgotten that someone locked the ark on me that night. I'm looking at you, Rabbi Lorch. Tonight, I stand on this bema to say farewell to this congregation. And this evening, I've been blessed to have my second child named by my colleagues in front of this very open ark before this community that is so dear to me and to my family. I hope it's fair to say I've grown a lot these past 5 years as both a rabbi and as a person. It is most fitting that the end of my time at Central should coincide with the end of the book of Leviticus, as this week's Torah portion, Bechukotai, is its last parsha. Leviticus served primarily as an instruction manual for our people's ancient priests. It gives all the gory details for every kind of sacrifice they used to perform. As we know all too well, the days of bulls and goats and meal offerings are long gone. But from a big picture perspective, Leviticus is really a book about how we dedicate ourselves to sacred service, the kind of work I've been so blessed to do here at Central Synagogue. I came to Central with a rabbi's manual, actually a PDF of one. And unlike the ancient priests, I didn't quite have to get my hands as dirty to do this job, but it was trial by fire. So much history. My first year was the 180th anniversary of this congregation. So much to learn, so many impressive people, period. But thanks to you, my extraordinary colleagues, our exceptional lay leadership, and this very patient congregation, I leave this place forged into a rabbi. To the remarkable clergy team I've shared this bema with, and those of you who are in the congregation as well, you all know what it's like to be the best in the world at what you do. And yet you're all so impossibly humble about it. Thank you for your inspiring excellence. And let me offer particular gratitude to Rabbi Buchdahl and to Rabbi Lorch for your impeccable mentorship and your unfailing faith in my capacity to grow. To our musicians and to our AV technical operations, events, facilities, and securities teams, thank you for making everything we do here beautiful, seamless, and safe. To our professional staff, led by Executive Director Marcia Caban, thank you for your exemplary dedication to caring for and serving this vast, diverse community. To the administrative team of the clergy study, thank you for bringing so much joy and fun to work that can be so challenging and raw. I will miss your smiles when I walk into the office. To our president for just a few more hours, Dr. Shani Silverberg, to our immediate past presidents, Jeremy Fielding and Abby Pogreben, to Barbara Brill, the chair of the search committee that brought me to Central, to the board of trustees, and to the entire unparalleled lay leadership of this congregation. Thank you for entrusting me with the sacred task of serving this community. It's been such an honor. To my family, my parents, Beth and Michael, my sisters, Hillary and Adrian, my in-laws, Carol and David, and my bubby-in-law, Betty. It's not easy having a rabbi in the family, let alone two. Thank you for the foundation of love and hope that has made it possible for Jade and me to flourish. To my lifelong chavruta, my rabbi, my best friend, Jade. Az yimale schok pinu, ulshonenu lena. Our mouths shall be filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Laughing and singing and dancing with you and our girls, Adina and Bella, including tonight. There's no greater light in my life. Our dreams are unfolding before our eyes. We have sown in tears and have truly reaped in joy. Thank you. To this congregation, we've prayed together and learned together, cried together and laughed together. To every experience, there has been a season. This is the season of our parting. I won't be far, as Rabbi Lorge mentioned, a quick ride down the 6. And you can bet that with all of the alumni of the Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion hanging around here, that I will not be a stranger. These 5 years in your sacred service have brought blessings as numerous as stars in the sky. Thank you for this unforgettable chapter in my story.